Whenever my clients come to me, I tell them, give me 6 months. It's not going to happen overnight. You will have to have patience.
I agree with this so much. Healing is a journey of discipline and self love. Science can only take us there, but dedication is very personal. Today, we are fortunate to be joined by Kruti Thakore, who will help us explore prediabetes and diabetes type 2, which is a lifestyle related condition which can be reversible or manageable. But everything depends on you. Yes, you. So stay tuned. Hi, Kruti. Welcome to the VegFit podcast.
Thank you, Camille, for having me on your podcast.
I'm really just happy that you joined me today because for this past few weeks, topic is always about diabetes, about sugar and how to control it, and about medications. These were like the topic that's always in my head. And I'm so thankful that I get to see your page, interact with you. You know, I really, really love your topics about less medication. Is it about sugars? I've said I really wanted to connect to Miss Kruti because I'm sure she can help more people who are having problems on those cases. Thank you, Kruti.
Thank you, Camille. I am really passionate about helping people and empowering them, guiding them, coaching them in whatever way possible, especially with lifestyle related condition. But my main passion is pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Kruti. So, Kruti, I would really love to know what inspired you to start helping people with diabetes. Was there a moment or experience that led you down this path?
Yes, actually, this is very personal to me. I lost my dad to type 2 diabetes,
Mm,
and at a young age of 74 or 76. And the thing is about type 2 diabetes is that when I was growing up, I have always seen him struggling and suffering. Like he had diabetic neuropathy, he had developed gangrene, he had to get his leg amputated. Since I was like 16, I remember him taking insulin injections.
mm,
And all that had started basically to create some sort of passion in me. And I couldn't help him because the time I studied and I completed my education and everything, his case was irreversible. So I tried as much as I could. At the same time, the patient also needs to listen to you. He had severe cravings of sugars, was not able to control those cravings because of insulin. It was like a vicious cycle. But
mm,
that was a wake up call for me, and
mm.
it gave me the passion to help others.
Thank you so much, Kruti. Now I understand why I'm so connected with you because the real reason why I've been focused on diabetes for this past few weeks was because of my dad as well. And he does not like to drink medicine and he does not want to cut his sugar. So handling his case was a bit difficult and personal for me. So thank you for sharing that story because it's an eye opener. It's like the struggle that a caregiver or a family faces when one member of the family is having diabetes. So, as you've already mentioned earlier, a lot of people think that cutting out sugar completely is the answer when they're diagnosed with diabetes. But even after doing that, some still struggle with high blood sugar. Why does that happen, Kruti?
So, cutting out sugar is a start. It's
Mm,
a good start, actually. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup, jaggery, honey. Honey is in moderation is okay.
mm,
But all those beet sugar, coconut sugar, anything which is sweet is a carbohydrate.
mm,
And body uses carbohydrate, but the sugar is not the only problem because there are several kind of carbohydrates. So as long as a person is eating in moderation, they are
Mhm.
eating complex carbohydrates like whole grains, barley, millets, they are good. They won't cause much problems when they combine these whole grains with protein and fiber. So leafy green vegetables, lean protein. If they are vegetarian, they can get their protein from beans and pulses. But if they're okay with eating meat, they should still focus on lean meat and not red meat. So any carbs is broken down into sugar by our body. So
Yes.
simple carbohydrates like sugar, table sugar, or glucose or fructose, they are broken down by our body into simple sugar. And if you overload your body with a lot of those kind of simple carbohydrates, you're going to get blood sugar spikes. But then they are called monosaccharides. Then there are disaccharides like lactose, right? It is found in dairy and it is broken down into simple sugar. But because it is a complex, little bit more complex molecule, then it takes some time for the body to break it down. And then there are polysaccharides, which are starches and fiber. So starches are broken down into simple sugar by our body, but fiber is not. Our body is not capable of digesting and breaking down fiber. So we poop it out, basically. So some people come to me and tell, if body does not require fiber, why do we need to eat fiber? And that's a great question. But fiber is very beneficial because first and foremost, it slows down the breakdown of carbohydrates. So it reduces the glycemic index of the meal and it slows down the breakdown. So it gives you steady sugar instead of spikes. So that is why cutting down just sugar is not enough. You have to switch from processed flours, white pasta, white bread to whole grains so that there is fiber in it, there is little bit of protein in it, and that's why you will reduce the glycemic index of the meal. You will stay fuller for a long time, you won't have cravings, and you won't have spikes.
That is the main problem when you have pre-diabetes, because sometimes you do not understand, especially this glucose spikes. Because I've read somewhere that when you're hungry and then you eat this sugar, like the cakes and all that, what happens is that because it's just plain sugar or carbohydrates, there's the insulin will rush through it, and then in just maybe an hour or two, you're suddenly fainting again because your sugar dropped. So thank you for sharing, Miss Kruti, that, adding fiber and having those meat is very important so that we can slow down the breakdown of carbs, and then we can have a more balanced sugar index throughout the day.
Yes.
Most people, especially if they already have type 2 diabetes, they thought that it's already a lifetime that you have to drink medication and even insulin shots in the long run. But you've mentioned, Kruti, that it's possible to reduce the medication of a patient. So can you tell us how to do this?
Sure. So, see, pre-diabetes is completely reversible.
Mm-mm.
Type 2 diabetes, depending on how long you have had it,
Mm.
it is reversible or it can be managed. You can bring down your A1C to normal ranges even if you had type 2 diabetes for 10, 15 years.
Mm.
But at the same time, you are kind of like in a remission. So you have to continue the lifestyle which help you bring it down.
Mm.
If you go back to your old lifestyle, it will come back again. So the thing is, lifestyle, what do I tell? There is like, it's like a combination law.
Mm.
It's not just diet. It's not just exercise. There are several factors basically. Because if you look at insulin and how insulin functions in our body, insulin is produced by the pancreas and our body, right?
Mm.
So the way insulin is not just blood glucose regulator hormone, it is a fat storage hormone.
Mm.
So any excess calories which we are not using throughout the day, the body stores as a fat.
Mm.
And for that, body needs insulin. So insulin is a key to the fat cells. You can tell that. So whenever there is an insulin increases in the body, when the blood sugar levels increase, both are same, right? So
Yes.
because whenever there is a excess blood sugar in our bloodstream, if it is not stored somewhere, it can deposit in arteries or circulatory system, it can deposit in your kidneys, it can even deposit in brain, it can deposit in eyes. And that's what causes diabetic retinopathy. If it deposits in arteries, somebody can have plaque and then cardiac problems. If it deposits in brain, it can increase the chances of stroke.
Yes.
If it deposits in kidneys, it can increase the chances of diabetic nephrology. So because of all that, insulin uses that fat cells to open the fat cells and put that excess sugar in the fat cells. And then insulin locks the fat cells for later use. And it is stored as a form of fat.
Mm.
It's converted to fat and stored in the fat cells. So that's why fat cells become bigger and bigger. People become overweight, then obese. Slowly and slowly, people don't stop eating excess sugar. People eat the same food every day. So more and more blood glucose is produced. Body gets tired after some time in producing because it has to increase the insulin production to
Mm.
manage that excess sugar which people are eating. After a while, humans who eat a lot of this kind of processed food, who don't exercise, because if they're exercising, they will use up that excess blood sugar as an energy. But when people don't do that, body develops insulin resistance. So no
Okay.
matter how much insulin is there, the glucose is not processed properly and it is stored in the fat cells. So it's like a very complex equation. Insulin also interacts with our hunger and satiety hormones. So it messes up that as well. So
Mm.
then people develop leptin resistance. Leptin and ghrelin, those are the hunger and satiety hormones. They tell our brain when to stop eating and when we are
Mm-hmm.
hungry, when to start eating. And
Okay.
all that hormonal imbalances is caused. So what is the solution? First of all, if you want to do it holistically on a natural way, you have to have patience because this condition in your body did not happen overnight. It's like years of bad lifestyle which has caused this. So it's
Mm.
going to take at least a year and a half to completely heal it without medication.
Mm.
Whenever my clients come to me, I tell them, give me 6 months. It's not going to happen overnight. You will have to have patience and you will have to change your lifestyle. So changing lifestyle means no more sugar. No more packaged foods like chips, Lays, nachos, Doritos. They have a lot of chemicals also. They have dyes, they have colors, they have preservatives.
Mm.
So they are also going to mess up with your hormonal health and cause a hormone imbalance. So no more that kind of snacks. No more eating in between meals. You have to wait till your first meal is completely digested and then have the second meal. People who have prediabetes and insulin resistance, their doctors tell them eat every 2 hours, but that is not right. You cannot keep dumping food in your stomach when the previous meal is not digested. Sometimes people mistake thirst as hunger. So drink a glass of warm herbal tea or water and see if you're still hungry. The best check mark, I tell my clients that you want to eat because you are hungry. Ask yourself, will I eat a boiled egg or a broccoli? And if the answer is yes, then you are really hungry. But if you say, no, no, I can't eat that, I want that ice cream or cake, then it's the craving, it's not hunger. So people have to become very mindful about differentiating between their cravings and their hunger. So that is the diet part. Then you have to eat a wholesome diet, whole grains, lean protein, leafy green vegetables, a little bit of healthy fat per meal. So 1 teaspoon or tablespoon worth of fat, not much, but a little bit of healthy fat per meal. Instead of just eating whole wheat bread and butter, make a sandwich, put some lean protein in it, put some veggies in it, and then reduce instead of 2 slices, have 1 slice of bread and then eat that. It is going to help you because it's going to reduce the glycemic index of the meal. At the same time, after eating your meal, rest for like 5-10 minutes and walk at least 1,000 steps. It's not much, it's like 5 minutes of walk. Ayurveda says walk 100 steps, but I tell my clients to rest for 10-15 minutes and then walk 1,000 steps, especially if they want to lose weight or if they have prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Because after meals, when they walk, their muscles are going to use up that glucose. So rest for half an hour if you want to sit for an half an hour. Let the blood flow in your intestine, in your guts. Let the food be properly digested. And then you walk 1,000 steps.
Wow.
That is second part. Over and above exercise, you should have a combination of strength training, high intensity interval training, yoga, cardio, and walking. Swimming is also good if you are very old, and like if you are in your late 50s, 60s, your joints are hurting, then do water exercises. But you have to do exercise, you have to move, you have to make sure your body is using the carbs and the glucose and the food which you are eating. Otherwise, it will be stored as fat. And obesity, overweight, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, hypothyroidism, high blood pressure, cholesterol problems, all are interconnected. You
Yeah.
solve one and rest also will be solved. So the exercise is second part. Then sleep. It is very important that you don't eat after 7 o'clock and go to bed by 10. Do not eat right before the bedtime. You want to eat 3-4 hours before your last meal, like dinner should be 3-4 hours before your bedtime, and try to go to bed by 10. Now, if somebody has a habit of going to bed by 12 at midnight, slowly and slowly, like for 1 week 11:45, then 11:30, then 11, try to bring it down by 10, 10:30, and have a good night's sleep. Sleep is very important for repair and restore of the body. And then stress management. Figure out a way how you can reduce your stress. Meditation, journaling, spending time in nature, exercise, social life, whatever works. And stop drinking your calories. Do not drink juices. Do not drink sodas. Do not drink too much alcohol. Instead of that, chew the food and take your calories through food. Because when you chew, the digestion starts from the mouth. There are some digestive enzymes released in the mouth, and that helps in digestion. If people don't chew the food, they lose on that benefit. And second thing, if I am having an orange, I'll just have one orange. But when I'm drinking an orange juice, even if I make it at home fresh, I will use 7, 8 orange for one glass of juice, and I'll throw away the fiber. That is like so much sugar overload on your liver and pancreas. So that is a big no-no. So there are several things a person needs to do.
Thank you so much for that, Kruti. I think at the end of the day, we should all be disciplined in order to have a good life. Thank you for sharing all those knowledge. And lastly, can you tell us how Ayurveda approaches diabetes? Because you are an Ayurvedic practitioner from Radiant Health Ayurvedic Clinic, right, Kruti?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does Ayurveda approach diabetes and how does it help people with diabetes in long term? But I think you probably touched on that a little earlier.
Yes, thank you so much for this question. See, the diabetes and other lifestyle related conditions are created because of poor lifestyle habits.
Mm,
Recently, the research has proven that mind, body, and spirit are all connected.
mm,
Whatever stress happens in the mind manifests in the body as a disease. And this has been now proven in modern medicine by research. Ayurveda knew this 5,000 years ago.
mm,
Ayurveda is the original lifestyle medicine which takes into consideration the mind, body, and spirit of a person and heals the person as a whole. Tries to heal the spirit, any traumas, it heals the mind, any stress, and the body. So, when we do the Ayurvedic treatment of a person, we focus on healing all these three aspects. We teach them some meditation, we teach them some affirmations. Whenever there is stress, they can cope with that stress.
yes.
Plus the mind, we give them so many tools so that they can have balanced emotions. And we also focus on the toxins produced in the body because there are toxins also play a major role in this kind of conditions, and try to eliminate those toxins naturally by changing the diet. And we also add some herbs which can slowly and slowly heal the liver and pancreas. So it is like a Ayurveda is the oldest medicine which is considering mind, body, and spirit of a person to heal that person. So that's why Ayurveda is the best in treating lifestyle related conditions.
I agree with you. And I think in many modern medicine, especially now, people are accepting the holistic approach. And I think people are going that direction. I can see it going because drinking medicine is really it's really very challenging, and we all see that in the long term it's not really doing well, right? I mean, it's like the more you drink, it's like your body weakens. So having this complete holistic approach towards healing is the most effective in the long run. So thank you so much, Kruti, for sharing your knowledge. This is really an eye opener. I've seen Ayurveda in many ways, especially in beauty, eczema, treating mental health conditions. But when I saw healing diabetes in the Ayurvedic approach, it's really something that is so new to me. So thank you so much, Kruti, for sharing your knowledge with us. And would you like to invite the viewers to for your programs and your Instagram account?
Thank you so much, Camille, for having me. I'm really glad that I'm able to add some value to your audience.
Mm.
Anyone who is interested in more tips, they can always follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Radiant Health Ayurvedic Clinic, and you can always DM me or reach out to me if you have any questions. I have a lot of free resources which I give away to anyone who is interested. So feel free to stay connected and reach out to me if you are looking for any kind of tips.
Thank you so much, Kruti. Thank you.
Thanks, you're welcome.
Thank you. I hope you learned something valuable today and continue to support VeggieFit. Because here at VeggieFit, we may not still be fit and still far from being spiritual, but we're working on it every day. Thank you for listening and see you again in our next podcast. Bye.